Hello, I'm Janice and I hope you're all doing well. We are currently in Central, specifically in Hong Kong Park, and what you saw back there, that was like a fountain thing. I used to go there as a kid and I would like run in and try not to get wet. But like during summer, I'd be like, oh, whoops. But anyway, today we are heading to the Peak. I actually went to the Peak last time I was here, but I wasn't able to take the Peak Tram. But this time around, it is finally open and I really, really want to take the Peak Tram. So hopefully today, there won't be that many people. This is the first time I've been in like, I don't know how many years, but this looks completely different and so new and so cool. Okay, we have just gotten on the Peak Tram. This looks so different to how I last remember it. Last time, I remember there was only one carriage. This time there are two carriages and it just looks completely refurbished. Okay, what we've decided to do for now is we're gonna head back outside first. We are gonna go up to the Sky Terrace in just a little bit, but we're gonna go outside to like the general, like, what would I call it? Like the general podium area? Because there are like shopping malls, there's like food stuff. I'm actually super excited to go to the Sky Terrace again because the last time I went, it was super sunny and you could see everything. But today it's actually very, very misty and it's just a completely different atmosphere. So we're currently doing this route where on any other day, if there wasn't so much mist, you'd be able to see, you know, Hong Kong, Kowloon, new territories. But right now, as I'm looking out, all I see is just mist. I don't know what it is about walking amongst all the fog and mist, but I like it. We are now heading to the Sky Terrace. This is the highest 360 outdoor viewing platform in Hong Kong. And I imagine up there, the mist will be even more like intense. As we were coming up, they already said you can see absolutely nothing when you're here. I've been here in July and the views are like you can see so much. Oh my goodness, she wasn't lying. It's like I It's not raining, it's just really, really damp and wet. Like look behind me, there's absolutely nothing there. Whew. Okay, we've just arrived at the Peak Lookout for a bit of afternoon tea. I personally have never been here before, but my parents, when they were younger, they used to come here for dates all the time. And we've just got a little bit of a snack because we had lunch already. We've got the club sandwich, we got some drinks, we got chips as well. And yeah, this is a pretty big space actually, and it's super cozy given like how cold and damp it is outside. It is a little bit of a shame that we can't see anything outside. So be aware of when you're coming to the Peak, because when you can see the view, it is absolutely phenomenal. Go. Okay, we've got a club sandwich. It looks beautiful. This sandwich has tomatoes, bacon, lettuce, chicken, and it's got a good amount of chips in the middle with tomato sauce. You know how a few videos back I was telling you guys about my goal to try out all the buffets in Australia? Well, we're taking this global. We are trying out a buffet that I personally really enjoy here in Hong Kong. And I've seen your comments. You know, some of your comments are like, oh, buffets in Australia don't really compare to like internationally. And for the most part, I do agree. And I'm super, super excited about tonight's buffet that we're heading to. It's at Clippers Lounge here in Central in Mandarin Oriental. I've been here once in 2018 and I actually filmed a video for it, but I was too shy to post it. So this is take 2. Alright, I've just arrived at Mandarin Oriental. There, the choice is extensive. I think what I'll do is exactly what I do in every single video. I'm going to cut to a voiceover to tell you exactly what is here. Alright, hello again. We have a selection of sushi and sashimi, nigiri. Then we have a seafood section, including lobster, abalone, mussels, snow crabs, prawns, salads with condiments, a cheese selection, minestrone soup and a bone broth, a Hainan chicken station, a Chinese barbecue station, a laksa noodle station, a selection of cold meats, roasted prime rib of beef, lamb rack and roast chicken, a range of different warm dishes such as baked oyster with cheese and truffle, steamed scallops, miso glazed steamed fish, beef steak, pasta, veggies, and a lot more. And then dessert. This whole section is dessert with cakes, baked items, and ice cream. All right, and we are back. So for my first plate, I have got sashimi and I've also got lobster. And the thing is, they provide little scissors for you to cut through your seafood. So I might put a link in my description on where I booked this hotel. So essentially, like, you can book direct and it's this price, but if you book through other booking systems, so we use this thing called KK Day, it's a little bit cheaper and you also get a drinks package. So you get like unlimited fruit juice and spring water. I'll link it in my description in case you are heading to Hong Kong and you want to check this place out. So my first plate, I've got tuna sashimi, scallop, kingfish, prawns, and lobster. This food is super fresh. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. Okay, let's try the scallops. I'm gonna have to go back for, like, sashimi is something in the category of things that I have to go back for. These prawns are very sweet. All right guys, let's give the lobster a go. I just added some lemon juice, that's it. The lobster is fresh enough, but I wouldn't say it's like the freshest lobster I've ever had. Plate 1 demolished, now we're on to plate 2. I've got some roast beef, salt and pepper squid, and I've also got a prawn. They gave me a massive slice of roast beef, and by the time it was on my plate, it was too late to be like, oh, that's too big. All right, let's see this beef. It's not bad. So far, my favorite is adding the Dijon mustard makes it taste even better. In my opinion, I think the steak is really well cooked, though I do like things medium rare. And I remember in some of my videos, I remember you guys saying that my beef looks raw. So let me know, do you think this is cooked well or do you think it's too raw? All right, plate number 2 done. We're on to plate number 3. Okay, plate number 3, I've got cheese and truffle oysters. I've got another thing of tuna and scallop sashimi. I've also got chicken tikka, miso cod, and some veggies with mushrooms. I put all the sashimi on the side because I didn't want to touch anything else, hence why my plating is a little bit weird. Let's give the oysters a go. I would go for a second one. Oh, the oyster is good. This is actually very tender. I didn't expect it because when I was trying to cut it into it with my fork, it didn't really budge. The flavor's great. I have got snow crab, tuna. They have surf clams now, so I got some of that. Got some sweet prawns, I got a little salad, and I also got abalone. This would be great for cutting into the snow crab. Let's try the abalone. This is something that I would have just once. I usually don't really go for crab or like prawns and stuff like that, just because I'm lazy and I don't like to work for my food, which is why I always prefer lobster because it's so much easier to get access to. But as someone who has a channel about food, I feel like I can't not go for it. So I'm cutting into it to try the snow crab. I think I prefer the lobster. Okay, they have laksa, and with this laksa they have prawns, they've got tofu puff, spring onions, some veggies, and also fish balls. Let's try the broth first. The noodles is the vermicelli and also an egg noodle. There's a bit of a kick to the broth. I just wish it was creamier. They also do roast meats here. So I've got chicken, roast pork, and I've also got tassie. So let's give the tassie a go. I like the tassie, it's pretty juicy. It's got a nice smoky flavour to it as well. Chicken's also really good. It's very smooth and tender. And the roast pork, let's see how crackly this crackling is. We've moved on to dessert now, and I've got a raspberry panna cotta, I've got a chocolate creme brulee, and I've also got I'm not really sure what this is, but I find that I always gravitate towards these milk-based jellies. Ooh, this is super nice. There's tartness from the raspberry, and then like the creamy panna cotta. Okay, I also got a chocolate creme brulee. The top didn't get that satisfying crack, but creme brulee is sweet and creamy. See, if you guys have watched enough of my videos, you know that my preference for desserts are ones that are not too sweet. So if you've got a massive sweet tooth, I think you'll like this a lot. This is just a tad bit too sweet for me. In ranking of what was my favorite, it's the panna cotta, and then this one, and then the chocolate creme brulee. My parents were telling me that I absolutely have to try their cheesecake. Now I'm going to try the cheesecake and see what is so special about it. Yo, this cheesecake is so good. It's so dense and cheesy and not too sweet. All I need is a cup of tea, and this would be perfect. So there's a variety of different flavored ice cream available. There's like apricot, raspberry sorbet, cookies and cream, Oreo flavored honey ice cream. I got a sorbet, I got the raspberry one. Sorbet is really good, super nice and refreshing. As a part of our drinks package, so in addition to the juices that we got, we also get a hot drink at the end. You can choose coffee, you can choose tea. I chose a lemon honey water. I can't drink coffee after like 2 p.m. because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. Okay, so I think I really briefly mentioned how much this was. So if you book through the website that I talked about, this is 644 Hong Kong dollars per person, which came to around 124 Aussie dollars. And I've done a few buffet videos on my channel thus far, and I feel like there should be categories that I would talk to. So for example, quality and variety and atmosphere, or like value. But if you have any other categories that you reckon would be interesting for me to talk to, let me know. I'm all ears. So there was definitely a lot of variety at this particular one. I'd say quite similar to Epicurean at the Crown. The seafood at the Mandarin Oriental, if I had to compare it to the ones in Sydney, so Epicurean and also the Langham, I'd say the Sydney buffets are actually better in terms of seafood and sashimi. Having said that, the hot food and the dessert, it's great in terms of variety, in terms of quality. And yeah, I'd go back again. I mean, I've been before, but next time I'm in Hong Kong, you know, I'd go back again for sure. Anyway, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Next week, we should be starting a new series of vlog in another country. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know exactly where that is. So yeah, thanks again for watching till the end. I'll see you in my next video next week. Bye. I don't think I've ever experienced anything like this before. It's like we're walking through mist. There's a lot of moisture in the air. but it makes everything look so mysterious.